Hello everyone and welcome to ChangeCockpit Copilot Edition for October 2024. First of all, we already had the first two deep dives. Yes, deep dives are only live in Swiss German, so live edition, but I'm recording the session also in English. So if you are interested in watching a deep dive, just let me know or sign up on our website on changecockpit.cloud for the recording. The first two are done, backup and archive in M365, all around email security. And now the next one will be live in Swiss German next Tuesday and also afterwards in English available as a recording. So if you're interested in watching a deep dive for Loop, just sign up or let me know. Then from the agenda, we have 125 changes this month to announce in the full Change Cockpit version. As you can see here, the distribution from the workloads, but this is the Copilot edition, so we will talk about the following 12 changes which are rolling out this and in the following month. So let's start with this one. First of all, Copilot's agents. Agents is a Wave 2 feature. If you want to have a bit deeper look out for Wave 2, there is also Wave 2 we are on my YouTube channel available, but this is the first feature which reaches now generally availability Copilot agents. Which agents you can either create your own agents in Copilot Studio, or you can directly from SharePoint or start from SharePoint. The idea behind the agents is to have an autonomous acting agent. So till now, we had to active prompt Copilot to do something. And now we will change slightly, or we will have additional features which are acting autonomously as Copilot agents for us. So this is the first one. There will also be Teams Copilot later as an autonomous Teams member in a meeting who can write anything or assign tasks and so on. But this is another change, just to see that we are now in a change from prompting to autonomous agents. Then actually Teams workload feature, but I put it also inside Copilot edition because it's intelligent recap. Intelligent recap is Teams premium feature, but also Microsoft 365 Copilot license feature. And it's available for a long time now, but it only for regular meetings, and it will now also be available for one-to-one and ad hoc meetings, meaning meet now in a particular channel. So, and the features are the same as in a regular meeting: AI generated notes, generated tasks, and name mentions from the recap tab. Even if you do a one-to-one call and then start the recording or transcription in there, and you can have now an intelligent recap afterwards. Then Outlook will get a new Compose experience. It's about draft with Copilot. The UI, and only the UI, there's no feature change for draft with Copilot, will change, as you can see on this screenshot. And this only applies to the new Outlook, Outlook on Mac, Outlook on the web, and Outlook mobile. And it's not for Outlook Classic. We have draft with Copilot in Outlook Classic. Yes, it's available there, but this UI change won't happen in there. Then charts and graphs will be you will be able to create charts and bars, charts and graphs from the BizChat. So BizChat is the regular Copilot chat, which you can find on Microsoft365.com or in Teams or in Outlook as well. And if you prompt there to get some new graphs and data analysis, then this will be possible starting the second half of November. And if you would like to see the Python code behind, then you can just click on the code button to show this. Then we will have new graph connectors. With graph connectors in general, you can extend your graph search. So your Microsoft search, the full text index, which all your documents stored in SharePoint, OneDrive, all your emails are by default have a full text index, which you can search, only the parts you have access to. You can search and get out the results from Microsoft Search. This is available for such a long time. But Copilot uses this search full text index as foundation for the graph grounded chat, meaning it uses this as input for your queries and for your actions. So that's the power of Copilot. Because you have access to your company data using this graph data. So this graph space can be extended using graph connectors. Many connectors are available also for a longer time. So let's say you want to extend or take a full text index from your file server. Let's assume you still have a traditional file server. You can full text index this one into the graph, and then you can ask questions about documents which still reside on your file server. So that's one possible example for a graph connector, and the following graph or the listed graph connectors here will now go into early preview. This early preview is with limited seats. You have here also links you will find in the message center post or somewhere else. And in there you can apply for the early preview. And if you don't have the link, just send out an email to this email address to get, hopefully, access to this early preview. Then Copilot will be available in Viva Amplify. So if you create an Amplify campaign and you draft the text in there, you will have access to Copilot to write the text and to rewrite the text. As an example, change the tone to enthusiastic or something like that, adjust the length of the text, whatever you would like to do. The special thing here is, according to this message center post, Copilot in Amplify will be available without the Copilot license. Viva Amplify license should be sufficient. So that's quite interesting, because everywhere else you need a Copilot license for these features. Then you will get Teams by Copilot in Outlook. You can apply a specific theme to your Outlook email, and you can create these themes using Copilot. Microsoft specifies you can create it from a global place or point of interest, so you have something to refer to where you actually are, or to your location or to your current location, including weather or something like that. So just try it out then when it will be available. But it will only be available for Outlook for Mac, Outlook app, Outlook on the web, and new Outlook, and not in Outlook Classic. Then for Copilot in Edge will be an update. Edge will support again. It wasn't available for Entra ID users for a short time. And it will now again support the summarization of pages, of websites, of web pages, and PDFs using the Edge sidebar. So you could summarize this Wikipedia page, and Copilot would use this as input. And you can, if you would like to, configure this feature using Edge Enter Copilot Page Context Policy. Then Copilot Dashboard is part, or it's residing insights via insights, and will get you very useful metrics especially during the adoption phase of Copilot in Microsoft 365. This access to the Copilot dashboard was, it's available for a longer time now, and access could be controlled using people. You could assign people who have access to this dashboard. This will now be also available using Entra ID groups, so you can use your existing permission groups or whatever to assign access to this Copilot dashboard. The same applies to the exclusion groups, like the exclusion user list, the Copilot users you don't want to have calculated inside the Viva or the Copilot dashboard, and manage your non-Copilot users as well using groups. And at the same time, Microsoft references about the feature availability based on number and type of license. It's quite confusing, because Microsoft told us, hey, Copilot dashboard is now free for everyone. You don't need a Viva Insights license anymore. that's true somehow because they reference it using this new table here. They say, so if you have no Copilot assigned licenses, but at least 10 Viva Insights licenses, then you will get all features of Copilot dashboard. In my opinion, it doesn't make any sense because if you don't have any Copilot licenses, then you don't need the Copilot dashboard. But the special one here now is if you have 50 or more Copilot licenses and no Insights licenses, then you will get all features. But if you have less than 50 Copilot licenses and no Insights licenses, Viva Insights, then you only have limited features. So yes, they announced it's free for everyone, but only with the condition of having 50 or more Copilot licenses assigned inside your tenant. So it depends on how many licenses you have. So let's say you start with the 10 or 20 Copilot pilot users, and you would like to have the features from Copilot dashboard. You would anyway or still need Viva Insights licenses for these 10 or 20 users. Then the allow web search policy will be split or disconnected from the optional connected experience. So till now, if you wanted to configure if your users can also use web search from within Copilot, you would need to turn off optional connected experiences. But there are so many features depending on optional connected experiences that Microsoft now split away this functionality from this policy. So to control if your users can use web search in Copilot, there is now a dedicated policy available in Apps Admin Center called Allow Web Search in Copilot. And with this policy, you will be able to configure this feature. By default, it will be on. Then for data classification, till now, to have the usage metrics available in Microsoft 365 Copilot usage report in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. To have this data in there, you would need to have enabled optional diagnostics data for your users. Now Microsoft reclassified this data as required service data. So if you decide to turn off optional diagnostics data, you will still see the metrics in Microsoft 365 Copilot usage report because it's reclassified. And this starts to apply starting from these versions listed in this table. Then Copilot Studio for Power Platform makers will get a feature update. So you have the Bing search in generative answers feature. You will be able to specify public website, which then Bing agents can use as knowledge source. That's the new feature in here, and that should be already available since 1 month. And Copilot and self-service purchase gets an upgrade, meaning an upgrade. Copilot is currently, or Microsoft is currently rolling out self-service purchase. So your users will be able to buy Copilot for themselves using their credit card if you don't turn off this feature, or if you like it, then just let it run because it's enabled by default. And this self-service purchase features or options are already available for a long time for many products, can be or could be configured till now only using the Commerce PowerShell module, MS Commerce. And this is now available also as UI option in Microsoft 365 Admin Center. As you can see in here, you have a UI to configure the individual products for self-service purchase or enable, disable. You cannot add any products, but you can, for the list of products, you can enable or disable self-service purchase option. That's it already for this month Copilot edition. For the next dates, we see that it's the 27th of November. There will be the next Copilot edition for November, 18th of December, and you will see already all the dates for ChangeCockpit for the next year. So feedback is always welcome. If you would like to see the full version, all the other workloads, just sign up for a free demo on our website, changecockpit.cloud. And then I say, thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of the day and see you next Copilot edition, and goodbye.